everyone. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We're going to share the show later on. We go from soup to nuts here in this room. It's crazy, and I love that about the show. My next guest is Megan Austin. She's the owner of Cruise Planners, I'm saying it right, Megan Austin and Associates.
Mm-hmm.
And welcome to the show. I am so excited to have you here because, traveling is everybody likes traveling. Before you say anything, I want you to explain something about Cruise Planners, and that is that it's not just cruises. I want people to know that. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and what Cruise Planners is.
Right. Cruise Planners is more than just cruises. So, the name can be deceiving.
Yeah.
What I do is I like to consult with my clients, whether they're new or repeat clients, and really get to know what they're looking for in terms of a vacation, why they're traveling, where they want to go. I ask a lot of questions, and I customize what we're looking at according to those wants and needs.
Well, let me tell you something, folks. Whether you want to do land or sea, it's great to call somebody like you, because number one, you can get them better deals probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's important to understand that they do a free consultation. This is free consultation for you. You do the work for them. A lot of people try and do these things on their own a lot now. And why is it so important to call someone like you?
Well, the internet is really overwhelming. There's so many choices. And when you're searching for a vacation, whether it's the destination, the cruise line, or the hotel, whatever you're looking at, everything looks good. Because they're using professional pictures, marketing, everything looks like it's made just for you. But what I do is I'm actually going on these cruise lines, I'm visiting these places, I am sending clients all around the world, so I have more of an insider knowledge to what might be a good fit for everybody, and everybody's different.
I never thought about that, but
Yeah.
It's so true. And having somebody who's experienced has been through that trip, so knows exactly what might be right or wrong for somebody. So how did you get into this industry?
Well, I caught the travel bug when I was young, teenager. My aunt took me to Spain and France. And I was just, a young Indiana girl and didn't really know much about other countries. And that is really what started it with me. So I decided to go to college for travel and tourism 25 years ago.
Wow, I didn't even know they had a college for that.
Oh, there's lots, yeah.
That's awesome. So you got into this by wanting to travel yourself, and you've gone, how far around have you been, some of the places that you've been to mention?
My focus is mainly Europe, and people from here also like to go to Alaska and Hawaii and Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
So those are the main areas that I focus on.
Now, your website is anthemtravel.com. She works worldwide. She does free consultations. Her phone number is 623-444-5406. How did you go from Anthem Travel to Cruise Planners?
Mm-hmm. So when I started out selling cruises, 20 years ago is about when I sold my first cruise. I worked for a company where I worked, I had a boss and was an employee, but I wasn't able to really focus on customer service the way I wanted to. That was really important to me. So I eventually started my own travel agency, Anthem Travel, in 2009. Anthem is a small community in North Phoenix, basically. And Anthem Travel was, my travel agency for a very long time. Still my website, but what I did is purchase a Cruise Planners franchise at the end of 2003.
Now, it shows to me that you have kind of concentrate more on smaller ships instead of the big ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
And river cruises. Oh, river cruises,
Mm-hmm.
that's so cool. Talk about why you do that.
So I do sell all of them. The reason why I'm really enthusiastic about the smaller ships and the river cruises, because I feel you get a much more personalized experience. It tends to be better food, better service. You go to ports that the other big cruise ships don't go to. You're not lost in the crowd. They all kind of have their own specialty in terms of what's included, what the theme might be on board, and who it caters to. And I just feel like it offers a more authentic and cultural experience. And with the river cruises, you dock right in town, whereas some of the bigger ocean cruises, it might take like an hour and a half to get into the port. And you add that to the time it takes to get off a ship that holds like 5,000 people.
Well, I think it's sort of like going into a big box store compared to a boutique,
Mhm.
right? And it's what do you like? It's going to be a different experience completely
Mhm.
for everyone. And do they have both for families? Let's say for families, do they have both for river cruises? Do they do those for families?
Generally, river cruises are geared
For
toward,
the older folks like me?
No, I'm 48 and I've been on multiple river cruises in the last couple of years and I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I do definitely ask a lot of questions to people. It's great for multi-generations. It's not really geared toward families in general, but there are some cruise ships and partnerships that they have that, like Disney has a partnership with some of the cruise lines, and some of the other lines have family-focused itineraries. So you
Mhm.
have to pick the right one if you want to take younger people.
So the assistance that you give, let's talk a little bit about what that is for the trips. Like, let's say for an airfare, do you help them with from the beginning with something like that
Mhm.
to airfare to getting them that to also the kind of places that they might want to go to even when they're off of a ship?
Mhm.
Can you help them with that?
Yeah, I like to help with everything that they want my help with because I want to make sure it's as seamless and stress-free as possible. A lot of times, the other components of the trip is where you can see a lot of savings and you get, really good value out of the whole package. So I can get savings on airfare, transportation, pre and post cruise hotels, activities. So I work with the same companies over and over again in different countries, and I know the service that they're gonna get, and I can really trust what I'm gonna give to my clients.
I think it's very important if you're going to go on a trip in any way. I believe you should have a travel agent help, really, because I did it without one once, and I listened to a friend, and what they could do and what we could do was totally different, and we could feel that. And I really wish that I had called somebody like you, so that I could get the education from you to know, because everybody's different, and
Mhm.
time-wise too, if you have a smaller amount of time than somebody, you might not wanna do what they did, correct? But also, I think the deals, that's really important, and not to do it yourself, really, that's so, you go online and it's crazy, you could just handle it all for everybody.
Yeah.
It's seamless,
Mhm.
right? Okay, now her phone number is 623-444-5406. The website is anthemtravel.com. She does work worldwide, and she does free consultations. How do river cruises then differ from the destinations of the other ones that are out there?
Yeah, so I mentioned before, they tend to dock right in town. So you could literally walk from the ship into town, and you have the historical sites, the cultural centers, music, restaurants right there. And it's really easy, so it just takes a lot of stress out of your whole trip, and they tend to hit multiple countries. So you're just going from maybe
Pop around.
Switzerland to France to Germany to the Netherlands. It's just really an easy way to see multiple countries in a stress-free way.
Now, one of the things that I wanted to ask you is if you can give a tip to some of the people that have never been on a cruise before.
Who've never been on a cruise at all. I would say find a travel agent who has experience. Myself, I've been selling cruises for 20 years. Somebody who has been to the destinations and been on the cruise lines that you're interested in going in, and who can really pull out what your wants and needs are.
I'm sorry, I didn't even read this correctly. So river cruise, what about a first river cruise?
River cruise, it's sort of the same thing in a way, but I really want to find out what type of travel style they have. Are they foodies? Are they there for the history, the culture, the music? Like, what's most important to them? They might be more value oriented, or maybe they want more luxury. So I really ask all those questions to find out what's a perfect thing for me to offer them.
I'll tell you something, if you are looking to travel call her and have her help you from the beginning, step by step, so that she can help you first get you the deals that she can get you that nobody else can, especially yourself if you try and do it on your own. Her phone number is 623-444-5406. It's anthemtravel.com.